Now, find a new rival.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with a projectile. Deftly shuts out the jump in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. Coming through. Player one chases them down. Taking stock. Player one can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. KO! Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Locks them down with the arch. Shoots off a fireball up close. Their space charges forward. Player two has a slight life lead. Fights back with the reversal. Smart play with the throw. Teleports. That's gonna rattle him. Low heavy. Yoga teleport. Where it crowns him from above. Not much life left, but the connects with the throw. Quick breather. Closes it out. Player two right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Player one chases them down. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player two has used up all of their drive gauges. Knockdown. With the throw. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Oh, easy tech. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player two experiencing burnout. Renverse. The hit throw connects. Sneaks in the hug. Scrapping it out up close. Oh God, this is tense. One hit'll win this comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player two with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Rushes down the opponent to oppose their will. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Checks him with a projectile. The throw whiffs. Was hungry for the grab. A quick breather. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Connects with the throw. Knockdown and springs forward with the drive rush. Player two is there's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. A real test of nerves here. This is going to hit for a critical arc. You gotta imagine that this is not only to wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Drives in back misses. The drive gauge bears up, and that was the highest if I've ever seen one. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Trips him up. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Big counter. Solid combo. Knockdown. Both fighters are barely alive. Can't tech the throw. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Big low attack to pick up the win this round. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Yoga fire there. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Teleport! That's gonna rattle them. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Big exchange blow. Locks them down with the arch. Smart play with the throw. Player 2 is dominating this match. Takes in the throw. Back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? The combo's there. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Throws them down. All right. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Was looking for that jump attack. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Springs forward with the drive rush. Clean hit with the cycle dash. Each hit is so important here. Going in, kill rush, KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Yoga fires it. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. There's a change of sides. Looking for a chance. Lets off a yoga fire. Uses the parry. Smart play with the throw. Which springs forward with the drive rush. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. Covers them with a cycle blitz. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Teleport! Nowhere safe. Wrong critical. What's gonna happen? What a finish! Player not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. Long range fireball to break the silence. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Who's gonna make a move? The throw connects for counter hit damage. All right. Goes for the low kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Player 1 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful. Takes a trip. That's some big juicing damage on that counter hit. That combo did decent damage. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Low heavy connected? Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Big counter. Hit them with a 1-2-3. Stabbers them with the fight. Looking to impress with this super. Oh, are they actually dead? The super art doesn't kill. They gotta focus to finish this off. This can lead to some big damage. Low heavy. The throw is denied. Impact squashed. In attack range. A wheel the low. Teleport. That's gonna run. Oh my god, they just choked it up. And whiff. What a finish. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Gets the counter here. Close range projectile. Yoga fired it. Player 1 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Linksing! Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Here comes this can lead to some big damage. Player 1 has gotta work some magic with it, adds a bit of OD spice there. Target combo into. Okay, here we go. He's low heavy. What are they gonna do? knocked him out of the air. Getting it all on the drive rush. Player 1 tries to act quickly. What a finish! Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Gets a chance with that jumping. All right, what's coming up next? What a clutch side push there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Next hit will end the round. This KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checks him with the projectile. Blocks the low heavy. Got their eye on the air. Both fighters want to establish drilling time. That's the Yoga Inferno Rip. Guano springs forward with the drive rush. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Throw leaves him wide open. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. This is gonna hurt. Crowns him from above. Inferno! Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Time's the only thing moving here. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Trying to read each other here? Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Player 2 with the Inferno to turn up the heat. Player 2 springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. That combo did decent damage. Crowns him from above. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 needs finishes with the throw. Player 2. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Back throw to get the side switch. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Grabs him. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the set of KO? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Sonic boom. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Big ghost. All right, what's coming up next? Throws them to negate the block. Looking for a chance. Lets off a Yoga Fire. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. So, what's next? Sonic Boom! Doing some quick springs forward with the drive rush. Not much life difference. Time to reassess the situation? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Jumps in. Yoga fire. Looks to add more pressure by parrying the... No! Critical art now? This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only going to affect their life bar, but also their nerves. Who's gonna take it? Break through with the throw. Back to that. Get up and tell him what's good. We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Grabs them. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Hold your breath. Beautiful setup with that attack. No more drive gauge. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 got smothered that round. They'll need to shake it off and show some more adaptation. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Scrapping it out up close. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Springs forward with a drive rush. Lets off a yoga fire. Yoga play. Not much life difference. Smart play with the throw. Drive rush to keep it going. Connects with the throw. Ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Time to turn out. Both sides getting ready. What'll be the plan here? They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Will they go all in without drive? Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive boost. Doesn't set the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Gets him with a Euro step. Changes the pace with a fireball. Still slugging it out at this range. Hits him with a stop and pop. Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. Oh, they changed sides. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Throws him. How long can this offensive assault continue? Excellent read. Oh, putting the cherry on top. They are in a real bad, not going anywhere. They gotta find something to... What are you jumping in for? Playing for that one. No shortage of drama. Uses their drive gauge. What a reaction to go air to air. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. Parries the projectile from up above. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Feeling out the spacing. Lets off a yoga fire. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Yoga fire there. Player 2 chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. Yes! Drive impact for the win. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Perfect parry? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They were expecting that drive impact. Lets off a yoga fire. Throws a fireball. Springs forward with the drive rush. Knockdown and drive rush to keep it going. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Player 2 will be experiencing burnout. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping. Crowns them from above. What'll happen here? Adds a bit of OG spice there. Can they create an opportunity for the... What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters got to go all in from this point. Opens with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Sonic boom. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score. Gets them with a Euro step. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. They may be planning to spend their springs forward with the drive rush. Reversal. Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Betting it all on the drive rush. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Uses their drive gauge. Gonna mix them up with the arch? Throws them at the midway point of the round. No drive rush. Connects with the throw. Forward rush. This is the time to believe in your abilities. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Just go for it. Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic